Oprah Winfrey is being excoriated online over what some people are describing as a cold-hearted response to the Hawaii tsunami. But Oprah Winfrey and her team are telling a completely different story. So what in the world is going on? The only way to find out is to go from the very beginning. So a magnitude 8.8 earthquake hit on the eastern side of Russia. Waves quickly started spreading all around that region, and a tsunami warning was issued for the greater Pacific region. And yes, that obviously included Hawaii. As they were evacuating, you can see the left side of the coast here. There are only two ways for everyone to get to higher ground. Number one is Oprah's Road, which is as the bird flies. That is the fastest way to the high ground. And then the only other route is this giant loop, I guess you could say. It is just very inconvenient, especially when time is of the essence. Well, people who were evacuating said that Oprah Winfrey's road was closed. They were complaining and traffic was building up, and this has been documented multiple times via video. Here's just one of those examples.
Look at this. I think they're trying to open Oprah's Road. Come on, Oprah. Save us. Road to all the way up country, bro. All the way up country. She got it all to herself. And everybody trying to get in. Cops trying to open it. Nope. Still closed. Man. She got her own road from Wailea all the way up country, which is the safe zone. And she won't even save us. Now, I don't know that, but road's still closed. People are still passing it. And we're still stuck. Stuck. And a tsunami is coming. I have an hour and a half until it hits. So we're getting there. And I'm still in Kie. Kalui is low.
It wasn't just him, by the way. Multiple people were taking pictures and posting on social media. Here's another picture showing that traffic was building up. People were waiting for the road to be opened, and obviously police officers were there not letting them cross. Well, the road ended up being opened later on, and as you can see here, the cars are going through, and they're sharing this on social media so people can get to safety. Well, it wasn't just that gentleman. There were other people taking videos of that road being closed and the traffic building up, and people basically having to decide, do we take the long road and hope that traffic keeps moving in case this wave comes and we don't get stuck in the long way around, or do we stay here and hope that Oprah's Road opens up? This is when the sirens were first going off. Yeah, you can definitely see a lot of traffic building up there. But despite all of the social media reports and firsthand accounts, Oprah Winfrey and her team are telling a completely different story. According to Deadline, Oprah Winfrey spokesperson refutes claims road on Hawaii estate closed during tsunami evacuation. They published a statement, and the article continues. A spokesperson for Oprah Winfrey has denied accusations that a private road running through her estate on the Hawaiian island of Maui remained closed as local residents attempted to move to higher ground following a tsunami warning overnight. A statement issued to the media said staff running the estate had immediately cooperated with FEMA as news of the potential tsunami broke. Quote, as soon as we heard the tsunami warnings, we contacted local law enforcement and FEMA to ensure the road was opened. Any reports otherwise are false. Now, multiple things are true. We do know that for a specific certain amount of time, the road was closed, and as I mentioned earlier, the road ended up opening up, and people were able to go as the bird flies directly to safety. But this raises the question, right? Is Oprah putting out that statement just to cover her reputation? Or is Oprah telling the truth? And the moment these warnings went out, they contacted local police. Because quite frankly, it could be true. And I think it's important to get to the bottom of this because let's just say Oprah is telling the truth. Well, that would indicate that there are delays and flaws in management, communication, and coordination among Hawaii police. Had this tsunami been worse, this could have cost lives, right? Time is of the essence. You want everyone to get to higher ground. So personally, if I lived in Hawaii and I were a local resident there, I would want to know the truth. I would want and demand to see the phone logs to see, hey, did you actually call the police when you said that you did, which would have been right when those warnings were issued. The other side of this is also true, though. If she is lying about this to cover and protect her own reputation, well, that is just going to build even more resentment for the elites, for the celebrities who are out of touch. Let them eat cake, let them swim, they can manage on their own. And some people online are speculating and suggesting that Oprah Winfrey folded and basically opened up her road due to social media pressure. Now, obviously, the statement refutes that, but I don't think, based on the publicly available information, you may have an opinion, I may have an opinion, but it's not something that I think any of us can say we know with 100% certainty. So all of that leads to the question of the day. Do you believe Oprah Winfrey's statement, or do you think it's just a CYA operation? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Well, like I said, we are so lucky that this tsunami wasn't a lot worse. Waves did end up coming in, and people found creative ways to evacuate. It wasn't just getting to higher ground. In fact, many people started leaving in their boats to go out into the ocean before the waves came in.
All the boats heading out. It's 6:30. We've been watching. I just got home, 3 hours of traffic, but everyone's heading out of the marina. They've evacuated, HPD evacuated Alamana Beach Park. So there's the beach as it stands right now. Parking lot is completely empty. Let's see how this goes. Front row seat.
So the waves ended up coming in overnight. In many locations, they were lower than expected, but in a few, they were right where the predictions were. And a lot of those predictions were 1 meter, about 3 feet. This is in Hilo, Hawaii. A business owner stayed and filmed the tsunami waves coming up to basically the entrance of his business.
Yes, sir. Now we getting somewhere. OSHA coming to the front door. All right. Plants are being dragged out. Who knows when we'll see those again. All right.
Yeah, like I said, it truly is a miracle that this wasn't worse than what it was. Most of us were alive during the 2004 tsunami that happened immediately after Christmas. That obviously was a lot more devastating. But 3 feet, even though it might not sound like a lot, that is still a dangerous wall of water. It only takes a few inches to knock you off of your feet. As of the making of this video, there haven't been any reported casualties in Hawaii or anywhere along the western United States. Hopefully that doesn't change, but we'll definitely keep monitoring this as the day continues. Now, the worst part of the tsunami hit Russia, but before I show you that footage, I would like to acknowledge Jeremy 2001 Happy as the member of today's Governor's Club. These are people who give tips and super thanks to the channel. I am so glad that you enjoy, and I'm thankful that you're here. Well, part of the reason why people were so worried is because not only is an 8.8 earthquake just absolutely massive in scale, but tsunami waves were hitting Russia almost immediately afterwards. This footage is coming from Severokurilsk, and as you can see, the water made its way quite a bit inland, causing tons of damage here. It appears that this got the biggest brunt of tsunami damage. There were also tsunami waves in Japan and quite a few other countries, but nothing like what we saw in 2004. It truly is a miracle. Now, there is footage that is going viral, supposedly showing this funny moment from the earthquake, but I double check this, and it actually was not from this earthquake. It's from an earthquake in China that happened in June. However, since politics and news can be heavy, I wanted to end on a funny note. I thought y'all would get a kick out of this.
钱呐！你让我走啊，走！哎，
If that boy is your spirit animal, raise your hand in the comments down below. I'm not gonna lie, he is my spirit animal. That's what I would want to do, assuming it was a minor earthquake like that one appeared to be. But as always, all of that is just my analysis and commentary. That is what's going on in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So again, the question of the day, what do you think about Oprah Winfrey's statement? Do you think she's telling the truth, and this is indicative of miscommunication and just like the Hawaii police not having their act together? Or do you think she put out that statement to CYA and to protect her own reputation? Let me know your perspective on that down in the comments below. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you in the algorithm. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.